there's only 2 slides here, so I'll be showing you how the system works for the majority of this. But just a couple of things in terms of, just to be clear about what the benefits are to us as members. So you can update your contact details, if you change phone, or if you change your email address, or you want to use a different email address, or if you move and your home address needs changing. This is a really crucial one in terms of the club, because for years the club has struggled to communicate properly with the entire membership by just not having the correct details for all our members. So now the members control what information the club has recorded for them. So it'll always stay accurate, and the communication channels will be far better as we progress. You'll see, as I progress to show you, that you can make corp bookings through your Smart Club account. And not only can you make bookings for yourself, you can also make bookings for your family members if there are other members a part of your membership. You can view and securely pay invoices. Again, I'm going to run through all this with you exactly through the app, but just as a synopsis, you can view forthcoming social and tennis events, and again, book and pay and reserve your place through the Smart Club app. Coaching sessions, senior and junior, can be accessed, and you can book and pay where relevant. And then finally, you can choose whether you want to share your contact details with other members. And I'll run through that with you, as I say, when we're going through it. And then, again, briefly, just the benefits to the club. Obviously, we're empowering members to carry out tasks without having to visit the club or engage with club members, particularly during COVID. Reduce number of transactions, cash handling that take place at the club, again, by enabling members to be able to do these things online. And of course, we can promote social events and tennis-related events and invite members to book and pay online. One of the great advantages is that it integrates with the Club Manager 365, which is the online corp booking system, which was a big plus. You'll see there's streamlined kind of payment processing for topping up your cards, should that go ahead, and invoices or bookings for events. And the comprehensive management reporting sounds like something you'd just bang on a slide, but this is a huge plus to the club. Before Smart, we wouldn't have been able to produce accurate lists of members' information. Having access to this information helps in planning and organization, which ends up being beneficial to all members. Examples of this would be, it would have been very difficult for us to get a completely accurate list of members broken down, say, by the number of family members, or the number of couple memberships, or the total number of single senior members, or junior members, or then into the juniors we can do reports based on age. If the junior committee want to advertise something to 16-year-olds, we can find that information out. So that type of information just leads to the whole club being run in a more organized way. So the more information that we have there, the better it'll be in terms of planning and organization for the club. And then, of course, there's benefits from the time savings, reduced administration and improved operations for the whole club. So, the amount of admin that's involved, certainly last year the committee invested a huge amount of time in trying to get this up and going, and the admin involved was staggering. So anything to help reduce that is going to be beneficial all around. So then what I'll do is I'm just going to move over to my other screen here, and I want to just run through with you right from the start. Let's say what would happen when you register. So I'm just going to open up my email here, and let's get rid of that, and just show you you will have received 2 emails from Smart Club. You'll see they're called Smart Club Cloud, 1 of 2 and 2 of 2. There is a high likelihood that these emails will have gone into maybe your promotions folder or your junk folder, or one of them might be appearing in your inbox and another one in your junk folder. A load of different scenarios have happened helping people out with their registrations. So if for whatever reason you don't have either one of these sent to you already, in other words, you don't have your login details, just email us, info@co.wicklowltc.com. We'll send you them on. So we're just going to open up the first one there. So so it'll just have the details in it. You can see, hi Joe, I've set up a dummy account I'm going to use to log on just to show you exactly what it'll be like from the word go. So you'll see here, I've set up an account for Joe Blogs. So the username is your name, your first name, full stop, your second name, full stop, and then a unique number. And that is your membership number. Now these were assigned randomly, it would appear, but everybody has a unique number. So Joe Blogs is there is 697. So that's really all you got to remember, your membership number, 697, or whatever your membership number is. And then the second email is the temporary password. So, and there's a complete registration button in that second email. I'm not going to go there because what I want to do is I just want to show you how you can use, I'm using a PC here. So on Google here, I'm just going to bang in Smart Club Cloud. You can see I've already done it. Smart Club Cloud, and hit enter. And you can see that is one way of getting in. I'm going to log in now in a minute, but that's one way of getting in. The other way would be if you go to the club website, you'll see up the top there is a members login button. So if you click on that, it does exactly the same thing. It brings you into the login page for your Smart Club Cloud. So I'm just going to go back to my email here, and I'm going to go into the first email, and what was it again? 697. So I'll just put in Joe, full stop, blogs.697. And then I'll go back to my email here and I'll get the password. So I'm just going to copy paste it. If you can copy paste it in, it saves any kind of typos that you do. So I've just pasted that in there. And then I'm going to click the login button. And the first thing that will happen to you is it will ask you to change your password. So to do that, I'm just going to say never here to save password, although it would be useful once it's set up. So I'm going to go back to my email, copy that again, paste it in there, and I'm going to just pick what my preferred password would be. So you can put in whatever, obviously something you remember easy. So that's the password that was assigned through the email, and here are your preferred password. And then you click set password. Okay, so the very first time that you log on, you'll see this prompt at the top to go to the club policies. Okay, so this is the first thing that you have to do because there are a number of policies, club policies, that need your attention as you log on. So I'm just going to quickly jump to that. So just going to click on go to club policies, and it brings you into the club policies tile. And at the bottom here, don't worry too much about the club comms. You can't actually, you're joined up to the email and you can't unjoin. So that top section is fairly irrelevant in the preferences tile. But down the bottom here, you see club policies. So child safeguarding statement, you can open it up by clicking on the PDF symbol. And once you've read it, you can say yes, no, or not applicable. So I've no children, so that's in memberships with a member. So these aren't, the children ones aren't relevant to me because my kids aren't members. Communications policy, that's for all. So I'm going to say yes to that. Parental consent form, again, not applicable to me. Photograph and use of images, I'm just going to say yes to that and save my policies. And that's it. Click OK. And then in terms of navigating your way around the app, you'll see at the top, you'll see the word dashboard. So if you're using a PC like I am, you would just click on that. So you just click on that and it will bring you back to the dashboard. So this is the main, as they say, dashboard. And these options here are called tiles. So there's a news tile, a profile tile, finance tile, and so forth. So you can log on to the smart membership system or smart club system on your PC, on your laptop, on your mobile phone, on your on your iPad. I just want to give you a quick look at what it would look like on a mobile. So here, I'll just go back there a second. Hopefully you're seeing that, are you? You are. Apologies. Let's do that again. So this is my mobile phone. This is an iPhone. So what I do to my internet access, I use Safari, which is the web browser that comes with it. So I just clicked on Safari. It opens it up. You can search for Smart Club Cloud and hit go, and it brings you into the login page. Now, when you put in your user details, now you can see mine are remembered here. That's the mobile phones are very good for that, because they'll once you put them in once and log on, it will remember them every other time, so that you don't have to put them in again. And once you put them in and log in, you are into the dashboard again, where all the individual tiles. So it shows slightly different on a mobile phone, the one after another, as opposed to on a desktop where you can see them one after another and so forth. So a slightly different interface depending on the device that you're connecting in with. So firstly, I suppose just to run through these very, very quickly, the news tile, this is the first tile that will be displayed. You can see up top left-hand corner in this view, it'll be the first tile that will be displayed on your mobile. So I'm going to click on that, and in I go to the news tile. So the news tile will contain a number of important club documents, but what it does have is it has a link to the recent news feed on our website. So you can see there's a button at the top there that says click here, recent news, click here. So, and there's a click here button there. So that allows you to be able to, when you click on it, it opens up the website and it brings you directly to the feed page, the recent news page on the website. So you can keep in touch of emails and stuff that have gone out to the members and the dates they went out, and you can have click the read more button to get the full article. So that will allow you to be able to link directly to the club feed, recent news feed. Second thing here is a couple of other documents. You can see there is the Encore clothing document and the club constitution. So they're PDFs. You can click at them and you can get in and have a look at what's contained in those documents. So over time, this can be expanded upon, and alerts can be sent when new documents have been added. So when you log on to your Smart account, if there's a new document in there, you'll get a little prompt like we did when we logged on there originally for the club policies. So a similar sort of thing. So as must-read documentation is added, it can be put into the news section. Sorry, I'm just going to go back into the news section there. Again, in terms of the navigation, I went into the news section, and to get back to the dashboard, up top left-hand corner, you'll see there is a little dashboard link. So I clicked on that, and it brought me back to the dashboard. The next tile is the profile tile. And the profile tile allows you to manage the personal details the club has on record for you. So firstly, look under the club crest here. On your mobile, it'll probably be the first. In fact, it is the first thing you see. So A couple of things. The information that's displayed here can only be changed by the club admin. So check your name is spelled correctly and the membership category assigned to you is right, because that affects billing. So, you know, if you have the wrong category in there, you might be invoiced the wrong amount for subs, for instance. So that check your name is right, check your category is right, and then you'll see your birthday is there, your date of birth. So should your date of birth be incorrect, you can click on the request DOB change. You'll see it here. And that sends an email to the club admin, and the club admin can then update it on your account. We would ask you all to make sure that your date of birth is correct, because without that data, the club cannot fairly offer, you know, age-related promotions or offers to members in the future. Just initially, those members that who we did not have a date of birth for, we assigned the 1st of the 1st, 1900. So the result of that is that we have a lot of members who are 121 years old. Fair play to them, still playing at a fine age. Should the category or your name be incorrect in any way, again, you've got to email the club. You can't change that yourself. So that's this section here underneath the crest. It's the first port of call. Have a look there, make sure the information is right. So then the next section, your address details. This is self-explanatory. Again, check that they're correct, and you can make any changes you need to in here, particularly postcode, because we definitely won't have postcodes. So if you can put in whatever detail there, you can. The next section is contact details. You'll see that here. The contact details: home phone, work phone, mobile, and so forth. Again, pretty straightforward, self-explanatory. But however, this is probably the most important section to ensure is right. The mobile number, your mobile number there, and your email address here are, you know, really important to be right, because if they're not, the communications with the club is not going to be accurate for you. So you can see I've just put in my details there. Now you're probably wondering how it got in there that quickly. I've saved those details in this particular web browser. So main thing, really, mobile phone. I'm just going to get rid of that out of there because I don't want that in displayed. So just mobile phone and email address. A couple of questions are asked at the bottom here. So you'll see this. Add my contact details to the club's public contact list. Now it's set to no. You can see that there. It's set to no. So this is the question here. So we'd highly recommend that you change that to yes. I'm going to change that to yes now, and I'll show you later on what happens. So if you say yes, whatever contact details you've entered will be available to other members. And I'll refer to this later when we have a look at the contacts tile. Then there's a second question here, paperless billing. Again, your options here are yes or no. It's a pointless question because it doesn't matter what you reply to this. You will be paperlessly billed. We've asked for it to be removed. It seems pretty pointless, the whole thing of being able to paperlessly bill people just seems obvious. But however, there is a question there, but it actually doesn't matter what you put in there. And the same really can be applied to dietary requirements and conditions. You know, you can put whatever you like in there, but it's highly unlikely anyone is ever going to check what your dietary requirements are. If you're in the club and you're eating, all you got to do is tell somebody. It's highly unlikely, but you can put whatever you want in there or nothing. Finally, you'll see in the profile section, you'll see save changes down the bottom right and cancel. Now this on a mobile phone will probably just be right at the bottom. So they're, again, pretty straightforward. Save your changes, saves your changes. Cancel, cancels what you've done, and you can redo. There is one other little field right at the bottom. You'll see change password. So in your profile, If you want to change the password on your account, you can do that by clicking on the little change password link right at the bottom. So that is the profiles tile, and that is, very important tile to get right. So, and it really should be your kind of first port of call when you log on. So I'm just going to click Save Changes there. So coming back there to the dashboard, to the next one, which is the finance tile. And the finance tile is where you go to pay outstanding invoices, view and download your paid invoices, or review the direct debit mandates that you've got set up. And I'll refer to this later when we have a look at the mandates tile specifically. Just go in there, and to pay outstanding invoices, you can see in this account, it's a fictitious account I've set up. It's a family invoice, and you can go in and have a look and see what your outstanding balance is. So you can see your total outstanding balance, including family invoices, and there's a value there. Okay, so in there it will be, mainly the yearly subscription invoice, and if you, for instance, were paying by direct debit, you would see a reducing balance there as it went through the year. So, if you initially had a family invoice and you were paying at $77.50 a month, it would be reducing. The invoice itself would still stay at the bottom as outstanding. What you can do is pay it by card. So click the pay button to indicate, you can see here, there is a pay button. So click that, and then click whatever it is you want to pay it by. So I'm going to click on card, pay selected invoices, and you'll see it will pop is very simple checkout, name on card, card number, expiry, CVV, submit payment. So again, I'm just going to go back here, out of here, because I'm not going to pay that. But that's how you can do it. If there was an invoice there that you already had, say next year you had a direct debit set up, you can then just highlight to pay and click the direct debit, and you can indicate that you want to pay that invoice. It'll only be really the subscription invoices that will be payable, at this point, by direct debit. So then there are two other tabs in here. Now on a mobile device, you'll only see these little icons, which is like an office there, or a building there, and a tick, and to the direct debits is a little circular arrow jobby. But on a PC, you can see it says paid invoices and direct debits. So you can click on those, and not that there's going to be anything in this one here because I've just set this Joe Blogs account up. But as you pay invoices through your Smart Club account, you'll see them in here, so you can print them off and do whatever if you need to. And similarly, in your finance tile, if you've got any direct debits set up, you'll see them listed here in that finance tile. So outstanding invoices is your invoice tile, which you can pay. Paid invoices and direct debits are the three options in the finance tile. I just clicked on the dashboard link there to get back up to the dashboard itself. And I'm going to jump to this memberships tile, which is the one after bookings. So the reason I want to go in there is if your membership consists of multiple members, so if it's a family membership, let's say, or it's a couple membership, or it's a senior member that has multiple junior members, or even multiple junior members without the senior member. One of the members has to be given what is called head of family status, which links them all together. The advantage of being head of family is that in the memberships tile, you're able to actually see all the details for all other members associated in your membership. So you can see Jane Blogs there I can go in as head of family. I can go in and add email addresses, just like I could do in my own profile tab. I can do that for an associated member. Similarly, the children, I can go in and do, if they had a specific email address they wanted, you could put that in, or you could make sure it was your own. And you can add these people to the contact list if you want to. And again, it's only the contact details section that will be added. So that's the memberships tile. If you've got a single membership, single senior membership, there'll be nothing in there. It's only in the scenario where there are multiple members in your membership. So then I'm going to come back to the bookings now, because when you go into the bookings, you can of course link to the court booking system. And I'm not going to go through a demo of the court booking system, but you can see a very, very handy function at the bottom for those that have multiple members in their membership. Because not only now can you make a booking for yourself through the Smart Club app, you can also make bookings as if you were one of the other members. So, you know, for instance, if a mum wanted to make a booking for a son or daughter to play a friend during the week, they can log on and then they can go to the bookings tile and book as if they were them. And again, I'm not going to go through how the booking system works, but basically you click book now, off you go, you're into the booking system, and you book away. And I just use the back button there to get me back. If I go in as Jane Blogs, you can see I am Jane, and come back out. So Jane, Janet and Joseph, these all can be booked by the head of family, so in the bookings tile. Again, I'm going to click the dashboard up top left-hand corner and going to jump from memberships into the events tile. As I say, just a reminder, the memberships tile it will only have information if there are multiple people in your membership. So moving to the events tile. The events tile allows you to book and pay for events set up by the club admin. Examples so far have been the club clothing, and I have an example in here of the club clothing, but just to say, it is online at the minute because I've only got it set up for this demo. But when we actually get it released, the event for clothing, we will let you know. So don't go booking anything in there. I've only set one up just to show how this works. So I'm going to click on the events tile. In you come, and if you are a single senior member, your name will be listed here at the top straight away. But if you have multiple members in your membership, you can again pick who it is that you are making or having a look at the events that are available for that particular member. So I'm going to click Joseph Blogs, and I can further filter on the right-hand side if, you know, we could have things in here like clothing, team tennis. There may be other things that, you know, for instance, the annual barbecue, these sort of events, social and social tennis. In terms of competitive tennis, all of that will still be handled through the tournament software. But things like, you know, as I say, team tennis, barbecue, all of these things will be available in the Smart Club account. So I'm just going to filter team tennis, and you can see it says date and whatever. We can have some details in there as to when it will start and so forth. And you literally go add to cart, and it'll add it to the cart for you. Click OK. If there was something else you wanted to add to your cart, for instance, maybe one of the pieces of clothing, again, pick your member who you're getting it for. Pick the event, say shop, and then I'll pick the adult. With the clothing, there is a more info tab that will give you a picture of what it's like, and then you can add it to the cart again. So coming to the, once you want to check out then of the events, it's just like any other online application. You can click on the shopping cart icon. It'll show you what's in your shopping cart. You can delete stuff out on the right-hand side should you have put it in there by accident. So all the normal sort of stuff. When you go to check with the clothing, when you go to checkout, you'll actually be asked at that stage what size and so forth. So it isn't until you're actually checking out with regard to the clothing that you'll be asked. And then when you click Pay Now, up will pop the box I showed you earlier, which allows you to put in the name on the card, card number, CVV, and expiry, and so forth. So coming back to the dashboard then, the contact list. Just going to quickly go back to the profile tile a second here and just remind you of this option here that says add my contact details to the club's public list. So if you say yes here, in here, it will have, you will now then appear, I'm going to go back to the dashboard, it will now then appear in the contact list. So as you can see, all of these people have indicated yes to add their contact details into the contact list. And at the top, there are a number of filter fields that you can put in some text, and up will pop the details. So you can see not provided, a mobile number and an email address for me. The reason not provided is because, yeah, nobody uses landlines anymore. So I didn't put one in. So it just comes up not provided. So adding your information in there just allows you to be able to quickly on the app be able to go in and find somebody's number and make a call to, whatever, arrange a game or whatever. So that's the contact list. In terms of the preferences, this is where we were brought the very first time we logged on. So I'll just click on that and go in again. And you can see the bottom section shows all the club policies and how you've responded to them. Of course, you can change these responses at any point in time after the first time you've logged on. So that's the preferences tile. Then coaching classes, this is, again, pretty straightforward. We'll just pick a mum or a dad who have children in their membership. They can come along here and they can pick the child, and then you'll see up will pop the coaching course, how many lessons, when it starts from, when it ends on. Same deal, add to cart. Now, it's given me, my shopping cart contains mixed items there, so I'm just going to delete a couple of things out of there and just go back into my coaching classes, select my child, and then add to cart. Same thing happens when you go to your shopping cart. You can pay with card or you can delete out and so forth. So the coaching classes again will be in there and bookable and so forth. The last tile here is the mandates tile. So this is the tile that you use to set up your direct debit. So this year what the club is offering is a 10-month plan running from February through to November, and it's at 1/10 goes through each month or whatever your membership is. So that has to be set up actually by next week. Next Tuesday is the latest day, or else we can't get a run in, 10 runs in as such, because February through November, obviously. So to set up a mandate, it's really very straightforward. All you need is your IBAN number. It would be ideal if you maybe went to found what your IBAN number is. A lot of them are available in the banking apps, and you can copy and paste them. Ideally, you want to be able to copy and paste them rather than having to type it. But you literally go in to the mandates tile, you hit the new mandate button up top right. It will copy in your profile details automatically, and you can, the only question you have to answer here is, because Smart Club is used primarily in the UK and Ireland, there's a question there down the bottom. What, is it the UK? Is it Ireland? So I'm going to just say ROI. Next, holder's name. Again, it'll repeat. Now I know I'm in Joe Blogs here, but it'll repeat the details that you put in, and you paste in your IBAN number there. Click next. That's it. So you also, it goes off and validates that the IBAN is correct, and you actually get an email from Go Cardless, which is the operator, to say your mandate is set up and ready to go. That's all you need to do. When you have it set up, the club will automatically set your membership as renewed and put a 10th payment through from February through to November. So that's it. Hopefully that was helpful to you. Try and have a good weekend, and hopefully we'll be seeing each other shortly back on the tennis court. Thanks again. Have a good one. Cheers. Bye-bye.